Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your What Do I Need to Do reading for July 14th through August 13th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Enchanted Tarot. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to click on that link, check her out, show her some love and support. All right. Sagittarius, what do you need to do? This is intended for a romantic love read, although it could be in another area of your life, work, career, family, kids, all that. Four of Wands. So, could be the marriage or just married card, right? So we've got transition from that falling in love and the courtship to, or the new experience of it, to the next level, which is that communal living situation, that harmonious, like now the adventure begins, that sort of thing. All right, so we got the Star, that could be Aquarius. The Tower could be Scorpio. Seven of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, you can't see this, the Hermit, and Strength. All right. That's better. Okay. Judgment. Let me see if I can make this better. I've turned down the light because I feel like it's kind of blinding on certain cards or whatnot, but okay, we'll try that. Anyway, all right, so I got something. I'm sorry, pardon me. Okay, efforting. Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 4 major arcana out of 8. Not too shabby. Pretty important, this message, for what you need to do, what needs to be resolved, or at least looked at, and why. I think you're going to be put in a position where you have to defend. You have to defend how you feel about your relationship or what has taken place. This looks like it might be a breakup, a decision to not be together, or because of a fight, because you're standing your ground and you're not backing down on an issue. The communal situation is not so communal. It's not communing. This could be, there's a lot of conflict in this relationship, and this, at the very least, think outside the box. At the very other end, it could be that you need to consider that this is not something that you two can withstand. Like if a lightning bolt was to come out of the sky and strike you both down, how would you handle it? This is saying right here, not very well. This could be Taurus. This could be Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius, Aquarius. All right, so a couple of things here. Hold on. This could be saying, all right, one, figure out what's not working, because something's not right, and it's either going to tear you apart or you're going to be stronger for it. So you need to figure out what you're not aligned with, and that needs to be talked about and dealt with. Because as it stands right now, if something were to happen outside of your control, you two wouldn't make it, or you two would be in crisis. All right, so what's this Tower about? Yeah, you need to get after it. You need to think of ways to handle this. What's this Tower about? What's this Tower about? Oh, crikey. Okay, so it looks like we do have, actually you two are, 2 cards of transition here, okay? And this would suggest that the transition is out of the relationship. That there's been a breakup in this relationship, and what you're looking at now is for just needing some perspective, to take a break, you need some healing, you need some hope, you need to be around people that are kind and are supportive. You also need to stand your ground. I suspect you already know that bit. What's this Knight of Pentacles about for Sagittarius? Poor thing. What's this Knight of Pentacles about? 7 of Wands right here. So twice. So you and your person are bickering, and both of you are kind of in your stubborn corners, and you're probably hoping for some outside intervention, much like this could be outside, you know, striking things down, testing the foundation. This is all about that outside intervention coming in to heal what has just been torn down or just been laid to waste. So right now there's conflict, there's tension. You could actually be dealing with the Taurus. If not, it's that both of you, nothing is getting resolved. There's no forward movement, and you both are probably in your separate corners, not feeling like there's going to be an agreement reached anytime soon. What's this Ace of Wands about for Sagittarius? This Ace of Wands. Oopsie. This is Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. Okay, so this is about you needing to consider other options. You needing to think of either 1, you need to be thinking of ways to resolve this, or 2, you need to consider a fresh new start. Probably solo. So it's either thinking of a new way of looking at things with your person, something like, hey, I've got an idea that can kind of shake you two up out of your thing, the stubbornness, or this is you considering other options solo by yourself. What's this Hermit about? You need to spend more time thinking on it. That's for darn sure. What's this Hermit about? All right, you need to be thinking about if you want this to work or not and what you want. Because you're at the crossroads, effectively. You're going back and forth thinking about, do I want to stay in this? Or could there be something better for me? And it's not that if there's something better, I'm going to leave. No, it's not that. It's not, I shouldn't say don't look at, you do what you want. But the thing is that this has to be an internal process. It's not like, well, this and this is external and it's out there and I could get that or I could do this. It doesn't matter, because if you don't really want that, you're going to be in the same place. So this is about going inward to figure out what you need to do on the outside. And I say outside because this is a very active card here. This is a force of will. This is aggression. This is assertion for victory. This is marshaling 2 opposing forces and making them your and getting that to move and go where you want it to go. So if you're going to do that, you need to be very clear on what you want. And so it's funny. It's like you need to take action and go inward and think. Wait, what? Because we got the Ace of Wands here. We need some new ideas. We need to think outside the box. We need to figure out how this is going to work. This is not about you moving towards another person. I don't think it's as basic as that. I don't think this is like, oh, you need to decide between 2 people. I think this is about you and the relationship, and it feels like you're kind of only concerned with this or this without the person. Like, I don't feel like, for the Sagittarians I'm reading for, I don't feel like there's somebody else out there. I don't feel like you're deciding between this person and someone else. If you are, I can't see it. I can't feel it. And it's entirely possible. It's just that I feel like the focus is you're really at the crossroads. I feel like you need to figure out what you want to do. Because part of the reason why you two are bickering and fighting is it feels like one of you's gotten complacent. One of you just kind of turned into the person you probably didn't want to turn into after you after you coupled with someone. Either you or the other person, but somebody kind of just stopped. And this Knight of Pentacles and this Ace of Wands, 2 very different energies. This is new, inspiring, innovative, a flash of inspiration, passion, all of that. And this is being kind of settled and set in your ways. Perhaps that's what's causing conflict, or this is how you're both behaving in conflict. Either way, you two are not meeting in the middle anytime soon, and it's probably going to take you being the bigger person, which a lot of times it can be overrated, just saying, to figure out how to bridge this gap. The thing is, it's twofold, because on the one hand, it's like, all right, what are you and I going to do? And then this is you internally going, okay, what do I want to do? What's this 8 of strength here? What's this strength? This 8 of something. What is this strength card? Could be dealing with a Cancerian also, or Taurus. There's Taurus again. So this is about, oh boy. Okay. So we got cards. This is more standing your ground and in a defensive position. This is that balanced, knowing, and peaceful, contented, like knowing where you stand. And so you don't have to be defensive about it, because you have that knowing. It's integrated into who you are. You don't feel like it's separate and you have to protect it so much as this one. This feels kind of like a fight or flight card. This feels like that peaceful mountain, if you will, that knows what they want, knows that they're on the right path, has complete trust and faith because they feel balanced. There's no conflict here. This is just a position of strength without conflict. So we go from this conflicted position down to feeling like, all right, there's that infinity symbol. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Can you see it? You can see my pinky. There's that infinity symbol right there above her head. And that is to symbolize control. And I don't want to say the balance, God, what was it, the He-Man or whatever, what was it, something of the universe, or okay. Anyway, this is mastery and control. I'm not explaining it very well, but it's having mastery over humanity and the sort of primal nature, the primal urges, that sort of thing. It's being in balance with that, to where it's constantly flowing, but it's never more weighted on one side than the other. So the idea is that you are in complete control of both sides of yourself, both urges, which is what this is also, except for this is much more active. So point being, this is mastering conflict, right? And this is faith and convention and things being restored. Okay, so here it comes. Mark your calendars, because this is not something you ever hear on this channel, right? This is saying you need to wait it out. That you're going to be having to have patience and a show of strength in restoring this marriage. So it's like, oh, nope, you're gone, you're out. But this right here is about, because apparently, hold on a minute. Is this someone, like, because this is, a lot of times this is having really enjoying the connectedness, the partnership, the fact that you two are very connected. They feel like your person. There's a divine connection, other than being married and name, or being that coupled situation and being identified as that. You two feel connected spiritually and psychically, and this person, you feel like it's a calling to be with this person. So, and this is the card of patience. This is a card of strength, the card of making right decisions, having courage, integrity, being brave, being patient, trusting, having complete and total peace and calm. They're communicating and they know each other's next move, and their eyes aren't even open, and they're not even using any words. So this is about being in complete sync with the universe, or with your divine connection, and knowing that everything is going to work out for the best. It's trust in action. So, point being, and then we come to this, which is that reconciliation. So you go from conflict to all of a sudden somebody, I'm guessing it's you, starts to think outside the box and consider what's on the other side. Grass is always greener, or is it? Consider that it is, because people crap there, just saying. In this case, that looks to be the case, because this is about you figuring out what you want, and then once you figure that out, presenting your case, so to speak, and it kind of results in you two being stronger for the fighting, because it leads to communication. So this is in-house. This is all about you with this person. It's not, there's nobody, I don't feel like there's anybody else. It's just you two are in constant conflict and something's got to give. Okay. And it does, because there ends up being this communication. And you're on the fence here. I mean, this is like being on the fence. There's withdrawal. There's time apart. Really think, but your focus is on wanting to move forward with this person or not. Perhaps they left. Perhaps you just left. But it looks like you're coming back. It looks like that if there's not a reconciliation inside of 3 months, there's talk of it. You two are starting to work towards working together. And the side bonus, side benefit coming out of this, you seem pretty grounded. Rather than this 7 of Wands right here, seems pretty grounded after you do this. You do the thing, which is figuring out what you want, enacting it, but going inward before you do that. Instead of just reacting, it's like you figure out what you want, then you come up with the ideas. And either way, no matter what happens, this is you being very grounded and very centered. But we got the Hierophant here, which is, okay, it could be you having faith, but I feel like, coupled with the Judgment, this is you two making some decisions about your relationship. And I don't think it's going to end in separation. I feel like this is about you two slowly starting to work back towards each to reconnect, honestly. All right. What was I going to do? Here we go. All right. Can I get another card of confirmation, please? Sagittarius, card of confirmation. Card of confirmation for Sagittarius. Hi. Page of Wands. All right, so as far as what you need to do, honestly, Sag, figure out what you want, and then, I hate to say this is mamby-pamby, I am not known for, shutting up, have faith. Sorry, it's not like you need to do this and you need to know, because there's plenty of that, but this right here is saying figure out what you want, take some time to figure that out, and be open to what the other person wants, listen to what they have to say, and then make your decision based on, will that work within the framework with what you want. Either way, you're going to come out of it stronger for it and grounded and centered. And that's always a much better place to negotiate than from fear and anger and hurt and pain, right? So in figuring out what you want, that's the takeaway here, is that this has to be about you and what you want, not about trying to fix the other person, not about taking them into consideration. You're going to have plenty of time on your own to think about what you want to do, because it looks like they left or you left. So, but this is about you withdrawing, you pulling back, you figuring out what you want. And whatever, it looks like things are going to work out slowly but surely, but whatever it is, you're stronger for it. And you come to this clearing where you're like, you know what? I now know what I want and I'm at peace. And whereas I'm defensive here, I don't have to be anymore. Because if you don't want what I want, that's okay. Then you don't want what I want. It doesn't make me bad or you, but there's none of this bickering that needs to happen anymore. So shut it. You know what I mean? Sorry. Okay. All right. Sorry. So anyway, it looks like reconciliation, but honestly, what I'm happiest about is this 7 of Wands going from there to this right here. I really like that, because that nothing can sway you when it's like this. You are in complete control because you're at peace. And that sometimes can be priceless. Did I do the thing? Did I? Yes, I did. Judgment. No, I didn't. Wait. There it is. Page of Wands. All right, so Page of Wands. I feel like that's saying initiate contact. When you get grounded and figure out what you want, you're going to be the one to initiate contact. And if you don't want to, consider that. Consider that maybe you should. Because that kind of ties in with this Ace of Wands and the 2 of Wands here about you presenting options or choices like, look, this or this can happen. I know what I want. What are your thoughts? And I know that sounds so lame, but it's like, look, here's where I'm at. This is what I want. What do you want? We need to discuss at least. We need to consider options here. And if they're not on the same page, then okay. Looks like they're going to be, but it's going to be a slow process. Just saying. All right, shutting up. What else for Sagittarius? Not for Sagittarius. Ay. Chariot reversed. Hermit. So no, don't do anything right now. This is not a time for action. This is a time of withdrawal and thinking about what you want. going inward, thinking about what you want. The time for action will be later. The time for communicating what you want, taking action to communicate, will come later. None of that right now, because things aren't working and you cannot have any kind of productive conversation when you both are like this. It's just not going to work. This is a time for you to go inward. We got that. We see that twice here with the Hermit. All right. Fun fact, not really, but it has nothing to do with reading per se, but these are the Dreaming Way tarot cards, right? It's in the description box, and this is a Dreaming Way Lenormand, but these aren't the same creators. So I just thought it was interesting. All right. I'm just going to pull one here. I'm just going to, hi. What else for Sagittarius? I can't believe, well, I shouldn't say I can't believe it, but I'm typically shocked because usually it's just like, it's a pretty fluid thing where this is like nope, and down here is nope. You know, like as you go through the reading, it's pretty consistent, fluid. There's not really ever any turn because I'm like, oh, we see these cards of conflict. Oh, crap. But then look at this. It's like the point is not resolving it and you two getting back together. This is about you coming out stronger for it no matter what happens. That's pretty cool because no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. And typically that's harder for someone to grasp because their identity or what they want is the thing instead of they want the reconciliation or they want, you know what I mean? So I'm happy for this right here. That I like that strength card. And then we got the Hierophant and the Judgment. So this looks like, it does look like reconciliation, honestly. It feels like it. It feels like things calm. Something happens after you decide what you want that seems to kind of set the tone, I guess. And there's a calm that happens. And then that kind of, for lack of a better visual, lubricates things. It unclogs the wheels. It gets you both out of this sort of rigidity to where things start to flow and it becomes more fluid. And there's so many jokes I could make right now, and I'm not going to do that. So, okay, get your mind out of the dumpster. Sagittarius. One Lenormand card, please. One. Just do one Lenormand card. There it is. Yay! Yes! Okay, right on. Self 5. High. Okay, all right. Fist bump. Clover. This is, well, for this reading, it would be luck and resolution. This is a happy turn of events, success, resolution, things working out, a breakthrough, if you will, like serendipity and a breakthrough. And I talked about how this is just you're at complete odds here, and then all of a sudden it gets transmuted to this right here. And we see this, I mean, this is very beneficial. This is a stroke of luck turning things in your favor. And I just realized we have 2 8s here, which I believe is new knowledge. Yeah, so that ties in nicely too. We got new knowledge, looking at things a new way, learning something new. Usually when somebody learns something new in a reading, it's like finding out that so-and-so did this and this happened and they said that, and oh my gosh, it kind of just, no, whatever new thing transpires here, it actually works out for the good for both of you. It seems to really help kind of bring you two back together and into the fold. So, yay. Yay. Okay, so I'm very happy about this. Oh, and I forgot to tell you with the clover. Okay, so the clover, this is the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, even better. 6 of Pentacles. This is like the doing the right thing. 6 of Pentacles for me is always about someone kind of being in this position of power and then sharing the wealth or doing the right thing, not abusing that power, but actually using it to good, kind of holding all the cards and actually being very fair and kind and benevolent with that power position with all the resources. So win, win, win. Like this is awesome. So this is you figuring out what you want, and then after that, you're going to be the one that bridges the gap. Starts negotiations again, starts things talking. So yay. I wish you luck with this, Sagittarius. I'm very glad you stopped by. I'm very glad this is very positive. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.